dear, I really am atrocious at loading. I do apologise. Blame Uni. Anyway, hello! Here we go with a brand new How to Cosplay, and it seems not a moment too soon. If you get that reference, you know what I'm doing. Because today we're going to be covering the magnificently spiky 6th Doctor, as played by the wonderful Colin Baker. So now, 6 was the shortest lived of the first 7 Doctors, and as such, he doesn't have that many costume variants. But to be fair, you know his costume. You know how complex it is. It doesn't really need too many variants. So, let's get on with it.
Right, let's start with the season 21/22 look. Firstly, the coat. Now come on, don't groan. You love it really. Anyway, this multicoloured piece of artistic license is by some miracle available to buy at Hello Cosplay and CosDaddy. And of course, the whole costume is already available to buy on eBay. So you can consider some parts of it already done. Just feel free to upgrade certain parts if you go down the custom buy route. As for the coat, to be honest, it really does feel and look rather good. It does the job as best as they can. Unless of course you want to go down the full-on custom route, I would recommend this version, mainly because of the price. But bear in mind that the cat brooch will already come stitched in, which may not be ideal, but there are always ways around it once you unstitch it. We'll get to that bit later. And now we come to the changeable parts of the outfit. First, the waistcoat. Colin wore 4 waistcoats on screen as the Doctor. The Season 22 original design, the Trial of the Time Lord red check, the Vervoice purple-green stripe, and the 2 Doctors Hawaiian. Now, at least the first 3 of these have their patterns available on Spoonflower, so you can order them from there and stitch it together yourself or have someone else doing it for you. Whichever one's best. Fortunately, the red check version is the default available waistcoat with many of the eBay versions of the suit, and beautifully it can work with almost any cravat, bar the yellow. Speaking of which, Colin wore 3 patterns cravats during his time as the Doctor, which also in a way told the time in Trial of a Time Lord. The original, or past, blue polka dotted cravat, the red, or present day, polka dotted cravat, and finally the future, yellow polka starred cravat. Fortunately, these are all available on Etsy, so show them some love. The red version will also come ready available with the eBay costume. Now let's move on to the question mark shirt, a tradition since the last days of the 4th Doctor. My recommendation? Either sew or draw them onto the collar with a felt tip or biro. Crystal D of the Doctor Who fan show did a very good mini tutorial on how to do the shirt. And Oscar too if you want to do, links below. However, if you want a more official-esque version, then Magnolia Clothiers do their version of it. However, costing a fair bit at around £140, it may be worth doing it as a DIY version though. The lower half. The trousers. Oh dear god. Well, fortunately they come ready-made with a cosplay suit, but otherwise, I don't doubt that simple yellow chinos would do the trick on a budget. As for the shoes, well, Colin basically wears green trainers, or sneakers if you live across the pond, so basically anything green. Right, back to the cat brooches. Well, they could be bought on Etsy, also thanks to Feltridge. Sure, they may not be dead on exact, but they're cheap, at only about £5.50. And last but not least, the pocket chain for the waistcoat. For the Season 21/22 costume, it's a green chain. For the Trial of a Time Lord look, in the present day it's a pink chain, while with the flashbacks, it's a lighter green one. And for the Vervoice costume, it's both of them combined. So all of these are plastic, so Google searching for a plastic chain with your selected colour should help immensely. Well, that's it for the regular costume, but not it for the 6th Doctor yet. For you see, while his on-screen costumes only had a small variation, there is 1 or 2 big variations. That would be a crime not to mention. Well, firstly, let's look at the real-time costume. Straight out of the comics, the real-time costume is a serious departure from the regular costume, in the way that it was almost entirely blue. The cravat, no polka dots, just blue. The coat, no multi-pattern fragments, just blue. The waistcoat, blue. Navy blue to be exact. The trousers, also blue. No question marks on the shirts either. But that was white, by the way. Hell, even the shoes are blue. The only things not blue are the shirt, the golden watch chain, and the cat brooch. Well, if you want to attempt this version, the coat is the only difficult thing, and even that has been sort of dealt with. eBay has a version of Colin's coat changed to a blue colour scheme. They're clearly aiming for real time, but unfortunately they're still putting too much of the original coat in to make it proper. But it's still a damn good effort. Other notable costumes would be his look in the 1989 stage play, Doctor Who The Ultimate Adventure, which will unfortunately have to be a totally custom job, even if you think about doing that one. I do quite like it though, the coat puts more of a gothic edge than the original. And of course, the easiest, the 5-ish Doctor's look. Just grab a 6 t-shirt, some trousers, and the famous coat, and you're sorted.
Well, that's it for How to Cosplay the 6th Doctor. We're finally at the halfway point. It's only taken, what, a year? So yeah, next time we'll be doing the celery touting legend that is the 5th Doctor, Peter Davison. So until then, see ya!